the History Museum of Mobile, Alabama. This nearly 200-year-old building was once the seat of government of a thriving port city. It was once home of the city's courthouse, the marketplace, and today it retells the city's 300-year-old history. The History Museum of Mobile at Old City Hall has approximately 20,000 square feet of exhibit space, a collection of more than 80,000 artifacts, and a research library of some 5,000 books. Could it be that housing all these reminders of the past under one roof has left this place haunted? Mardi Gras Park, right across the street from where we are now. As I understand, that is where in the past the slave lynchings took place?
Right. There used to be, this whole area in the past had been where the site of Fort Charlotte, then renamed Fort Conde, and then back to Fort Charlotte again used to be. And after that had been torn down in the late, probably 17 to early 1800s, I'd have to double check those dates. After that, when slave ships started coming in here at the bay and at the river here where the wharf used to be back here on the river, it used to be the site of an execution building that wasn't open to the public. It was an indoor execution building right across the street at Mardi Gras Park, and it's where we have a list here of Alabama executions from 1812 to 1965, and most of which look like they are hangings of slaves or planters or farmers, so mostly slave executions there at Mardi Gras Park.
So there are 2 deaths directly associated with the building that we know of.
Correct.
Potentially hundreds others related to the execution center that was across the street.
Correct.
And with this having been the location of Fort Charlotte, Fort Conde in the 1700s, one would tend to believe that there are potentially hundreds or thousands of other events also connected.
Right.
How do you see that?
Well, as you can imagine, any fort, it's there for a reason. It's there for war, there for protection. There's probably death records somewhere associated. I'm sure that long ago they didn't have too good of record keeping, and I'm sure we could dig them up if we wanted to. But I do know that when they came in and built the Bankhead Tunnel, a lot of that construction called for archaeological research because they were finding human remains. And what they denoted all these remains to is that would have been outside the Fort Walls Cemetery, or where they would have dumped their human remains, their dead, for the case you don't want your dead stinking up the inside of the walls of your fort, spreading disease, spreading bacteria. So that was right outside, probably the north corner of the fort. The fort was shaped kind of like a star, and so that would have been outside the north side of the fort wall there, and that's where they found a lot of human remains, and they dated them about to that time period. So
it was coming up here, walking from that exit sign where those offices are, and she saw a little kid up here and said, "Hey, you're not supposed to be up here." And he ran back into the offices, and sure enough, she went back to go grab him and say, "No, let's go find your parents."
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Fascinating. I bet that Titanic thing was interesting.
There was too. I just missed it.
I've got to bring my kids here because this is really cool.
I've done a lot of work on these houses. Aaron Friedman, he built all these houses. Are you in here with us?
Where's his house? Where's this Aaron Freeman's wheelhouse?
His son's house is upstairs in collections, but these are all kind of houses
Cool.
around Mobile and Alabama and Mississippi that he built.
They're beautiful.
What is your name, please?
Sounds like a man. Child.
Are you alive or are you dead? What is the name of the place where... Alive. What is the name of the place where you are?
Dead.
Dead.
So we're unsure of what we are. Is that right? You don't know if you're alive or if you're dead. Is that true?
Do you have things in this museum? Do you know this is a museum?
Yes. 2 yeses.
Are
What?
you happy?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Are you happy with what we're doing with your things? Or are they even your things?
Some. They are some. Some of them are your things. What things are yours?
Would you care to do an experiment with us for just a moment, please?
I think he said all right.
I have here some cards with simple pictures on them. And this is just to let us know that you're actually speaking with us.
I'll lay the first card down. Can you tell me what color that is? You're blue right away. What is that item? Oh, I thought that was a cloud.
What was that? It sounded like
Wait a minute.
that was something.
The camera.
Okay.
I killed the battery.
I would love that upstairs.
What's that? Yeah, we left one camera upstairs. What is that picture? What is that a picture of on that card? What color is that? Is the second picture larger or smaller than the first? Tomato. Is this picture larger or smaller than this one?
Is Isaac here? Little Isaac, are you here? Don't be afraid. The reason I ask is I brought a special toy just for you.
I'm gonna turn it on. It doesn't hurt you. Watch what happens when I touch it. Ooh, the light goes on. See that light? It goes off when I touch it again. On, off. I'm gonna set it over here just for you, Isaac. And if you're here, touch that thing and make the light go on. We'll play a little game with that. Can you do that? Can you name one person in our group, please? Okay.
Hey. Isaac, is that you?
You still with us? Yeah. Well, we're still here too.
Someone turn that light on.
Are there angels or demons where you are?
Lainey?
Maybe. said Lynn.
Did you say my name?
She heard you. You have a message for Lainey?
So it'll sound like they're like in the background, like that's Lynn. It was more quiet. Is there something you want to tell me? If you tell me your name, I can find your things here.
Did you own the miniature houses, the doll houses? Doll? Two doll? The ones that Lainey's been working on?
What's your son's name?
Anthony? Richard?
I heard Richard.
There's a Murray and a Jeff. I think it's Jeff.
Do you need a short break?
No.
Nah.
Okay.
So we've established that you owned the houses. Why are you still here?
Pretty?
Pretty. I heard pretty.
And it said Richard again.
Yeah. I heard
Who's
Richard.
Richard?
Is your name Richard? How long have you been here in the museum?
Richard, I know the artifacts better. Can you tell me what artifact you relate to? Yeah. Say that again?
Were you murdered here, Richard?
Richard Dasher.
Couldn't tell.